Hello everyone. Are you planning to pursue masters in USA and are you worried about your timeline? Don't worry, I've got you covered in this video and I'll be explaining you what should be your start point and what should be your approach during the application process. So I'll be talking mostly about the fall semester because all the international students, majority of international students come during fall time to pursue their masters. So let's say you're a student who has just completed his or her sixth semester and now you're planning to pursue your masters. So mostly in India, sixth semester ends around May, June, and that's when students start to realize that okay, either they have to sit for placement or they have to come for masters. So I'll be going month by month. I'll be breaking down the checkpoints that let's say if you're starting in June, what should be your checkpoints, what should be your target to achieve in the month of June, July, August, and how you should proceed with the steps. So let's start with the video. So let's say you're a student who has just completed his or her sixth semester and now you want to go ahead for masters. So your first step should be building your resume. When you start building your resume, you will understand that what are the points that you actually have done in the last 3 years of your engineering and what are the things that you can actually add in the next 1 year that you have in your college. So first, build your resume, go ahead, look for different templates, look for people who are senior to you, check their resume and try to match somewhat your resume to them, add your projects, understand what are the sections that you need to work upon. So firstly, build your resume. Second thing is analyze your potential strength. Once you know what your strength is, that will help you to select a course for your masters. While doing masters, there are specifications that you can do. So if you know your strength, you will be able to select the specified course for you. Third thing is start planning your finance. So this is one thing that you should start well in advance. Talk to your parents that you want to go out for your masters and this is the estimate expense that will take place. Research about it and start planning for your finance. Either if your parents are sponsoring you, well and good. If you have to go for a loan, what are the process? Start researching about them and that should be pretty much your June month. That this is where you should start for. And once your resume is ready, once you know what your strength is, once you've started working on your finance, you should be good to go for the next step. So once you build up your resume and analyze your potential strength, now is a good time to go and start shortlisting university. I wouldn't say go and shortlist all the universities, minimum 3 to 4 universities at this point of time, so that you get a brief idea of what your deadline should be. Secondly, start studying for either GRE or GMAT and your English proficiency test. So in USA, English proficiency is a must, but some university they waive off GRE. But according to me, it is better if you give GRE to be on a safer side and you get more options to apply for. So start studying for these exams and start shortlisting your university. You can do that by going on UCAT website or US News and World Report website. That will help you to understand which are the top universities and which university is offering the course that you want to pursue. In the month of August, you should book your English proficiency test because IELTS or TOEFL, you don't have to give more time. You can pretty much study for it in a month. Book your English proficiency test and by the end of August, you should shortlist rest of the universities. So you should have your list ready by the end of August and book your test so that you are one step closer to your application process. In the month of September, you should now book your GRE or GMAT, whatever you are planning to give. Because if you start studying in July, by the end of September, you should be pretty much there. You should be pretty much well versed with the GRE pattern and everything. So I feel 2 months is a good amount of time that you can spend to study GRE. So book your GRE GMAT test, and this is the month where you start connecting with your alumni. So if you want to know about a university, the best people who can guide you about it are the alumni of that college. So start connecting with alumni on LinkedIn or Facebook and you'll find people who have done the exact course that you are planning to go. Connect with them, talk to them, ask them the question that how is the course, how is the university, talk to them and definitely that will be a really great help. I connected with a lot of alumni before coming to USA and that was a really great help. So These are the points for this quarter, and once you are done with this, once you are done with all these points, let's see what you have to do for the month of October, November, December. So for the next quarter, in the month of October, firstly you should finish with your GRE and your English proficiency test. So what happens is, if you finish your GRE well on time, you'll have it takes around 15 days for your official scorecard to come in. So it's better to finish your exams well on time, so that when you start your application process in November, you have all the documents ready. So finish your exams. Second thing is, get your LORs and SOPs. Now, letter of recommendation is very important, and make sure you select the professor very carefully, because they will have to submit your LORs. So go to professors that you've worked with, you know very well, and are willing to give you LOR. So get your LOR and prepare your SOP. Now, I believe that nobody else can write a better story of you than yourself. So it's better to write your own SOPs rather than going to somebody else and taking help from them to write your SOP. Create your own story. Whichever university you want to go to, research about it, check out for some professor that you really want to work from that university, and mention that in your SOP. So your SOP should be your statement that defines your purpose very nicely, and you should create your own story, as I said, and make sure that you add all your strengths. Don't over exaggerate a point, but at least mention your strength and why you want to go to that particular university to attend that particular course. So these are the things that you should keep in mind for your SOP. In the month of November, you should start with your application process. Now, starting your application early is a good sign, and when you start with your application, you'll see that, okay, there are few documents that you do not have. There are few things that you actually have to go and get them prepared. So if you start in November, you have pretty much good amount of time to get all those documents ready. So start your application process, and one thing that I forgot to mention is that you should get your transcripts ready. So in the last quarter, in the month of say August or September, you should get your transcripts ready. Transcripts up to 6 semesters. So if you have finished the sixth semester in say June, so by July or August you should have your results out, and you should get your mark sheet. So once your mark sheet and everything is ready, you should go and apply for your transcripts, because even transcripts takes time. It takes around 10 to 15 days for the university to generate. So get your transcripts, get your exam scorecards, get your LORs and SOPs by the month of October, and in the month of November start your application process. I wouldn't say complete it. No, around 2 to 3 universities you can finish your application in the month of November. Select those universities whose deadline is approaching fast. So start with those universities, and in the month of December and January, by the end of December and start of January, you should finish all your applications. So this will help you with two things. One is that a big burden of completing all the application is over. Second thing, some universities have first come first serve basis. So if you finish all the applications on time, you might get lucky in the first come first serve, and they might even consider you for scholarship. So that is why by the end of December and start of Jan, you should finish all your applications. One another point is that when you submit an application, the university will send a link to the faculty or professor who has given you LOR. So you need to go and remind them to go on that link and submit your letter of recommendation, because you will not be able to do that. Only they will be able to do it on your behalf, and they will even have to write a review about your skills, or they will even have to rate you. So keep reminding them, because of course professors are very busy when it comes to October, November, because this is the time where exams and internal, like, everything start. So they are also very occupied, but it should be your responsibility to go to them and remind them that, professor, you have to fill up my LOR, deadline is approaching. So remind them of your application, and yes, by the, as I said, this should be your pretty much checkpoint for up till January. And once you finish with all the applications, you will start receiving your acceptance. So let's see what you have to do next. So once you've finished applying to all the universities by the month of January, say around second week of February, you should start getting your acceptance letters. And this is where you read your acceptance letter very carefully and make a note of all the future deadlines. So in your acceptance letter, university will mention that this is the deadline for application for I-20, or some universities even have a deadline for course selection, that if you want to enroll in a particular subject or course, you will have to enroll before a particular date. So make a Google sheet and make a note of all your deadlines, all the universities who have sent you acceptance or which are still pending. So make a list of all of it in a Google sheet and set a reminder for yourself. So if you forget a particular deadline, the reminder will always help you to save that deadline. Once that is done, in the month of March, this is where you will pretty much have all your acceptance with you, and this is the time where you sit with your mentor, you sit with your family, and you finalize your university. Once you finalize your university, apply for I-20 as soon as possible, because I-20 can take around 12 to 14 business days, and you might have to submit a lot of documents for I-20 as well. You will have to submit your income proof, you will have to submit your bank statement. Some universities, they even need transcript up to 7th semester in order to issue I-20. So make sure you are, once you finalize your university, you apply for I-20 as soon as possible. Say around April, in the month of April, you should have your I-20 in your hand. Once you have your I-20, this is the time where you fill up the DS 160 form and you apply for your visa. So this is the process where which takes a lot of time. So make it a point that you're applying for your visa as soon as possible, and do not hesitate to take any visa appointment that is available to you. So if you're staying in Mumbai and if you're getting an appointment which is in Delhi, so don't be stubborn. Take that appointment, save the date, go to Delhi, give your visa interview, because students find it very difficult to book a visa slot. So as soon as you find a slot, book it. Don't worry about the location. Just go to that location and give the interview. So get done with your visa. Say around if you start in the month of April, and if you're very lucky, you'll be done with your visa by the end of May or something, because embassy releases slot in a particular time frame. So if you're lucky, you'll get slot, and you'll get your visa also. So apply for it, and by the end of April, book your tickets. So even if you don't have your visa, even if your visa date is say in the month of May or June, book your tickets, because what will happen is after this, all the prices of tickets will shoot up very rapidly. So till April, tickets are in good range. You will not have to spend much, but say if you are waiting till May or June, the prices of tickets will increase exponentially. So I remember during my time, every day the price was increasing by $100. So you don't want to do that to yourself. So once you have your DS 160 filled, once you have your visa application filled, book your tickets. And that should be it for this quarter. And February, March, April is where you get your acceptance, you finalize for your university, you apply for I-20, and let's see what you have to do after this. So in the month of May, this is the time where you just focus on your final semester. You have your application done, you have your acceptance ready, you have your I-20, you've got your visa done. So this is the time where you just focus on your final semester, because there have been instances where students have everything. They have their acceptance letter, they got their visa approved, but just because they fail in one of the subject in final semester, they have to defer a term now. So make sure this doesn't happen to you, and focus on your final semester. Get done with your major project, get done with all your internals, score some good marks in your final subjects. So that will be it for the month of May. In the month of June, this is the time where you start selecting your subjects for fall term. Make sure you do not go very hard on your subjects in the very first semester. Go easy, take 3 to 4 subjects. If you have prerequisite, clear them in your first semester itself. And since you are commuting from one country to another, it takes a little time for you to get acquainted to it. The study system, the study pattern in the United States is different, grading pattern is different, teaching pattern is also different. So getting used to it will take a little time. So don't take difficult subjects in your very first semester. Go easy on yourself, take 3 to 4 subjects. lightweight subjects. And once that is done, you should start looking for your house parallelly in the month of June. This is something that students find a lot of difficulty with. So I would say try to find a house which is near to your university, because you don't want to exhaust yourself commuting in USA, because public transport here can be expensive, and they are very slow also. So if you are taking a BART, for example, so if you miss a BART, another BART will be after 15 to 20 minutes. So you don't want to do that to yourself, right? So try to find a house nearby to your university, and start looking for roommates. If you know somebody who's going to a similar university, try to talk to them, and you both can share a room together, something like that. So look for house, start selecting your subjects, and in the month of July, this is where you get your final transcripts and provisional degree. So if you finish your exam in the month of May, probably by first week of July or second week of July, your results should be out. Even if you don't get your mark sheet, even if you have just the gadget copy, you should go to your college, you should go to your university and get your final transcripts ready, because this is something a lot of students struggle with. Even I had to struggle a lot with this. I was traveling on 10th August, and I got my provisional degree and final transcripts on 2nd August. So it was a very tough situation, but make sure that if your results are out, the very next day you go to your university and ask for your final transcripts and ask for your provisional degree, because these two documents are something I have seen student cancelling their flight and booking another flight, rescheduling their flight and paying extra money. So you don't want to do that to yourself again. So get these documents done. Once you have your final transcript and provisional degree, start packing. Now you are shifting from one country to another country. Now this is the time where you will require a lot of things, but I will probably make another video where I explain that what to pack and what not to pack. But you start your packing in the month of July, because usually all the fall term, they start around August end or September first week. And if you start in the month of July, you will have 1 month for your packing to be done, and to manage all the weights and everything, because every airline will give you a specified weight. You cannot carry more than 23 kg in a bag. So you will have to pack the bag, you will have to wait again, you will have to remove some stuff, and you will have to do all the calculations. So start in July, try to finish it by first week of August, so that you get to spend a lot of time with the family. And according to me, you should be in USA at least 10 days before your course begin. So if your course is starting on say 20th August, be in USA on 10th August, so that you have 10 days to deal with jet lag, to go submit your final transcripts to the university, get acquainted to the place, look for friends and everything. So give yourself a buffer of 10 days, reach there early, and settle yourself nicely. So yes, that is pretty much the application timeline that you should follow if you're coming for fall semester. If you're starting after your sixth semester, and if you have probably 1 year in your hand, so this is probably the timeline that you should follow. And I hope I was able to explain it to you properly. If you guys have any doubt, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to help you guys. So that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing it. Do leave a like and drop in your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.